Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So coming to you from lovely Spain. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the 4 key things we need to think about when it comes to building muscle, and that you will not build much muscle unless you focus on these 4 key principles. But first of all, why should you even listen to me in the first place? My name is Max Rogers. I own a coaching company called Max R Coaching, where I've helped over 500 people do exactly this: build a whole load of muscle and lose a whole load of fat. Now, these are in no particular order. They're all important, but I've got to start with one. So the first one I'm going to start with is you will not build much muscle unless you focus on getting stronger. And getting stronger is all relative to you. I'm not saying you have to bench press 4 plates for 25 reps, okay? But we need to get stronger over time. We all know people who go to the gym and they just do classes, right? They go to the gym, they do a Barry's or they do a body pump. So they're technically lifting weights, okay? Do they ever change? Do they ever build muscle? Do they ever look good? No. They burn 300 calories, they get hungry, they go home and eat, and they look the same, okay? We have to prioritize in building strength. First of all, it's going to increase your metabolic rate, which in turn is going to help you get leaner. We all want to be bigger and leaner as guys and women. We all want to have great shape, and everyone wants to be leaner, okay? Build your metabolic rate by building muscle. You build muscle by getting stronger. If you're bench pressing 40 kilos for 10 reps, 2 years later, you're bench pressing 40 kilos for 10 reps, you're going to look the same. The chest will not grow, okay? You need to follow a routine, because if you know every Monday and Thursday you have a push workout where you're doing an incline press, a flat press, some sort of a fly variation and a dip variation, and you can progress it every single week on Monday and try and push it again on Thursday. If you do that for a year or two and you add 15, 20 kilos across all of those lifts, to an incline bench press, to a flat dumbbell press, to a weighted dip, to some sort of a fly or cable variation, you have to grow. And if your chest is growing from presses, your triceps is growing. If your triceps is growing, your delts are growing. And it's the same with a pull workout, okay? If you go into the gym, let's say every Tuesday and Friday you have a pull workout, and you've got some sort of a heavy vertical pull, like a chin up, a heavy row, T-bar row, pendlay row, seal row, or even a cable row. If you get stronger at those over time, your back will grow. That's how hypertrophy works. We progressively overload movements and muscle grows with calories and everything like that, and that's what I'm going to get into in this video. But if you're somebody that changes your workout every time you go to the gym, or you just do push-ups, this, that, or a class, you're never going to build any muscle. Trust me, I've wasted years, I've done it wrong, and now I've finally done it right, and I'm trying to help you guys. Okay, priority number 2, and this is a very important one, is we need to be in a surplus of calories. Now let me digress here. I'm not saying you need to be a pig and eat 5 guys every single day, but we all have a maintenance calorie range. We're all different. Mine is different to yours. Whatever our maintenance is, we just want to have a surplus of energy that puts us in a position to build muscle, okay? It makes us anabolic. Now, for some people, your maintenance might be 2,000, so 2,200, you'll be building muscle. Might be 3,000, 3,200, you're building muscle. Women, 1,500 calorie maintenance, 1,750, you're going to be able to build muscle. Yes, we can build muscle at maintenance and a little bit in a deficit if you're a beginner, but guys, for the majority of us, 90% of you are men, we want to build muscle. Go into a small surplus. Here's the catch here. That doesn't just mean overload with protein. If you want to build a good amount of muscle, okay, you need to, it's really about carbohydrates. What protein, what carbohydrates can get? If your protein is 200 grams and your carbs are 150 grams, show me your physique. Doesn't work like that. When it comes to building real amounts of muscle and getting stronger over time, your protein is always going to be at about 1 gram per pound of body weight. In a surplus, you can even drop to 0.8 grams per pound. Carbohydrates are what you drive. When I'm looking to build muscle, I'm at 500, 600, 700 grams of carbohydrates, okay? Carbohydrates build muscle in a surplus. Protein does as well, but it's more about carbs. If you want to build muscle, drive your carbohydrates up. That's priority number 2. Okay, priority number 3 is rest and recovery. We know that in the gym, we break down muscle fibers, okay? We don't build muscle in the gym, we quite literally do the opposite, okay? Once we leave that gym, we need to put ourselves in an environment where we can build muscle. That means adequate sleep, 7 to 9 hours, okay? You need to prioritize your sleep. People that sleep the best and take this stuff seriously, they build the most amount of muscle. I'd say from 18 years old to 24, I trained more consistently than ever. I loved training. I was in the gym 5-6 days a week. but I was also out every Friday and Saturday living in London. I looked terrible. When I stopped drinking so much and I started taking my sleep and my nutrition seriously, I built a lot more muscle. Now, and that brings me to recovery as well. Guys, you don't need to train 6 days a week, okay? You need to train 3, 4, maximum 5 times a week. You need those days off. You grow when you rest. So if you're training push, pull, legs, repeat, back off, push, pull, legs, off, maybe push, pull, legs, off, off. Have a routine where you're resting properly. If you go into a workout and your chest is killing you from 3 days ago and you're pressing 10% lighter than 3 days ago, it's not going to happen for you. You're not going to build muscle. Prioritize your sleep, prioritize your nutrition. Priority 4, the one that nobody's going to listen to, is you need to have skin in the game. To build a lot of muscle, it takes a lot of time. Guys, we all know you can lose 10 kilos in 12 weeks of body fat, okay? Putting on 10 kilos of muscle naturally, which is the majority of you, is going to take like 4 years. So going into a bulk for 6 weeks doesn't work. You should be going into gaining phases for 6, 8, 10, 12 months and having mini cuts in between. So you want to be lean when you start, you bulk. This is why it's a slow surplus, because if you go into a big surplus, you've got to stop after 8 weeks because you're fat. Nice, steady, slow surplus as long as you can, little mini cut. Steady surplus as long as you can, little mini cut. Again, when I was going out drinking all the time, but I was so consistent with my training, one day I was carb cycling, and then on a Monday, if I had a party and I wanted to be lean, I'd go low carb for the whole week. You don't build muscle like that. It takes time, it takes skin in the game, it takes patience. This is why I'm a coach, this is what I do for a living. There's so much information online. Hire someone or speak to someone that has done it before and take their advice. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a like and a subscribe. I'm going to keep making videos like this, and if you want me to answer your questions, leave your comments in the comment box below, and I'll be making a video soon.